Hey guys, Octane Restorations, and we are back with the 1996 GL1500 GoldWing Special Edition. Today we're going to be doing a detail on it. As you can see right here, it is in pretty bad shape. It's lived in a desert its whole life here in Texas. And there is grease and grime and oil everywhere. So we're going to shine this thing back up to new. It's even got some bird poop on it. All in all, not the worst I've seen, but it is in really rough shape and it really, really needs a good cleaning and detail. So that's what we're doing today. This is what it looks like after the detail, just to kind of give you a little teaser to stay tuned. And that green really shines. Man, it just pops. Honda knew what they were doing with this 1996 two-tone green, which was only available in the special editions. But as you can see, it cleans up beautifully. Let's get to it. Some of the products I'll be using today, I'll be using an electric pressure washer just because it is lower pressure, and motorcycles you don't want to use something with a very high pressure because it can blow stuff into connections, blow stuff into the fairings, places where water's not supposed to get. I'm going to be using Meguiar's Hyper Wash in the foam cannon and in the wash bucket. I'm going to be using Simple Green to get off grease, grime, oil, etc. I'll also be using Black Fire Sealant. I'm not going to paint correct or anything like that, but after we do wash it, instead of putting a wax coating on, I am going to put a sealant, which will be Black Fire brand. I believe it is their wet diamond line. It's a really good sealant. And then I'm just going to be using a microfiber hand mitt along with a few brushes. A money-saving tip is using a soft tip brush like a nylon, polyester, etc. like these, and putting duct tape around the metal part. And that way you have a brush that won't scratch. If you don't duct tape the metal can scratch stuff, so that's just a tip on how to save some money. And you can even cut the bristles down more to make it stiffer. So the longer the bristles are, the less stiff they are. The shorter they are, the more stiff they are. So if you need something to really scrub with, you can just cut the bristles in half or 2/3 down, and then you'll have a stiffer bristle brush. So that's just a little tidbit to save you some money there. Normally we do the wheels first so that you'll wash off any overspray. Just rinse it off. Right now I'm using Simple Green to loosen up some of that oil from the forks. Spraying it with some all-purpose wheel cleaner and then just rinsing it off. Now I'm back to my bucket with the Meguiar's Hyper Wash solution inside, and I'm just giving it a really good scrubbing. You can see it better on this side. I do apologize for getting water on the camera. I didn't know that it was this bad till about halfway through the detailing. So I am sorry, but if you could just bear with me. I believe this is a 40-degree angle tip on the pressure washer sprayer. It's a pretty non-abrasive tip. It's got a wider angle. This seat is a all-weather seat. You know, these motorcycles are supposed to be ridden all year, which means they are waterproof. And I'm using this non-abrasive tip on the seat. As you can see, it just destroys all that dirt inside there. Does a great job at removing it. And again, this is an electric pressure washer with a pretty low pressure. I think this one's like 1800 psi. I do have a gas pressure washer that goes up to 3200 psi, but I would rather use an electric one on motorcycles. As you can see, the difference of just the pressure washing we didn't even have to scrub or anything. It just does a great job at removing dirt and grime from these seats. And again, this seat is waterproof. It's an all-weather seat, so there's no problem rinsing it off with a pressure washer like I'm doing right here, just to get rid of some of that dirt. Don't even have to scrub it. I mean, look at that. Once I finish rinsing, I have my snow foam cannon right here, and again I'm using Meguiar's Hyper Wash solution. I really like Meguiar's Hyper Wash because it creates a more tacky soap, so it really clings onto the motorcycle, as you can see right here. The reason you want a tacky soap is because it clings on to the dirt, grease, grime, and it kind of helps pull it off and encapsulate it. That's really what you're looking for in a foam cannon. So that's the reason that I use Meguiar's Hyperwash. It's a good soap, really good soap, lasts a long time. I would recommend doing this in the shade, because as you can see right here, I'm having to wash and rinse parts of it in sections. Just because here in Texas, the part I'm in, we have really hard water, and plus it's sunny outside, so I don't want the water to dry on the vehicle. So I'll wash a section, rinse, wash a section, rinse, wash a section, rinse, until I get the whole vehicle done. And then I'll rinse the whole vehicle again, and then I use some microfiber rags and towels to fully dry this motorcycle. And here's where I actually dry off the camera too. Makes a world of difference. It sure did clean up beautifully. I mean, you can see the front forks. We got all that grease and grime off with a simple green. This is without a sealant coating too on it. This is just after the wash and dry. And it looks beautiful. This two-tone paint looks amazing. It just pops. Honda really knew what they were doing whenever they built this motorcycle. Very, very impressed how it cleaned up. Exceeded my expectations. We got all of that poop off, the bird poop. We got all of the dirt off, all the grease and grime. And again, this is without a sealant coating, and it just looks amazing. Honda really knew what they were doing. Again, the sealant I'm going to be using is Blackfire Wet Diamond Sealant. It is a very good sealant. It lasts a while, and it really does make the paint pop. So that's what the bottle. This is an older bottle. They've updated it now, but it's really good stuff. Just applying it per the manufacturer's recommendations, kind of like a wax. And this is a sealant, not a ceramic coating, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the flashing over times and everything like that. This, you can just do the entire bike with the base coat and then buff off. Again, it's kind of like a wax. The longer it sits there, the longer it'll harden. So we just apply that base layer, and then we go to wipe it off. So it's hazed over, it's glossed over, and man, it just looks beautiful. And this one really does come off easy. It's not like one of those hard waxes that you really have to scrub. I'm just taking it off with a microfiber right now, and it's just wiping off without any pressure. It is safe for like metals. I wouldn't put it on your exhaust pipe, but like other chrome pieces like these, I don't mind using it at all. Real chrome, some people say needs to breathe, but you know, in my opinion, you can wax chrome all you want. There's different groups about it. Some people are diehard, no, you never wax chrome. Others like me are like, no, it provides a good surface for it. The chrome doesn't need to breathe. It helps keep it from pitting. But that's my 2 cents on it. I wax everything, all the chrome, all the pieces, everything like that. So, and as you can see, it just wipes off and leaves a beautiful, deep glistening coat. I really love this stuff. Well, that's all we got for this video. Next video is going to be test driving it and seeing what else is wrong with it then. So we're going to go ahead and wipe all this off. Again, this is Octane Restorations. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider like and subscribing. It really does help. Have a good rest of your day.